Welcome to the show, Marc Unger. Hey, Marc, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, and it's good to see you again. We're old friends, and he's had this series on Amazon Prime, and it's going into its third season. Correct, Marc?
Yeah, we're in the middle of shooting our third season. It's also on Tubi, which has gotten bigger and bigger. I actually love Tubi.
Okay,
there's a lot of content on Tubi,
and I appreciate you dressing up for the show. And here is you put on your best gray sweatshirt and baseball hat, just like I love.
All shaved up.
All shaved and clean and ready to go. Anyway, but I'm going to show people a trailer.
No artifice here, man. No artifice.
So I'm going to show people, here's a trailer for his series. Yeah, check it out.
Duckies. Duckies. Hello, ducky.
Hello, sweetheart. Mommy made you lunch.
Listen, you say your line, and then you shut the fuck up. And then you say your next line, and then you shut the fuck up. Got it?
How did we fail so spectacularly?
Yeah.
I'm never going to be that young again. Adam's never going to be that young again. And it feels like it's just tick, tick, tick until we die.
Do you remember that miniseries that was shooting around town all last summer?
Nobody calls them miniseries anymore.
We're gonna get old together, Renee. I promise.
Abby, your husband did something really stupid, but only because he loves you and he's feeling insecure.
I don't need you to tell me my husband loves me.
I'm curious, Eileen, what made you just think about COVID?
What? I shouldn't think of death in the cemetery?
I'm a smoker. That just defines me. I smoke. My whole life, my whole adult life. I tell jokes, I smoke. I act, I smoke. I write, I smoke. It's like a Neil Diamond song.
You act as if the world owes you a TV show or a movie or a play. Is it possible you don't deserve anything? Is it possible you stink? Is that possible?
Yeah, I guess that's definitely a possibility. Sure, thank you.
We have 2 days before we open the show in New York City. I don't care what borough that we're in. This city is the greatest. It is the only city that fucking matters.
All right, this is... Oh, wait, there's a little bit more to this. Hang on.
Listen up, truck nuts.
Wow. Me and Adam Kellner on a New York stage. Never saw this coming.
Wait, what are you talking about? We were supposed to do this 30 years ago, weren't we?
Except you left for New York without me. What do you get when you cross a dog with an adopted child? A dog that resents you. Get it?
You can catch up on seasons 1 and 2 on YouTube, Thespian series, and on Tubi. So the thing I like about this, well, first of all, it seems very funny and well done, and the characters seem interesting. And, of course, my pal is in it, you. But what I like is that, just like us at this show, you didn't wait for Hollywood to come and do it for you. You went out and you did it yourself, right? You put your nose to the grindstone, and you produced something, and it's great, and people love it. So congrats on that. So what gave you the idea for this?
You know, I know you from, when I moved to Chicago. And the way I ended up in Chicago, I was living in Baltimore at the time. And I basically packed up my bags, literally like a trash bag, and got on a train and went to Chicago to study at Second City. And then I found my way into stand-up and blah, blah, blah. So then Chicago, back to New York, then to LA. So I end up back in Baltimore. I fall in love. I get married. I end up trapped here. And I'm literally, at that time, I'm living, and I'm not kidding about this, I'm living across the street. Or actually, it was around the corner, but in the show, it's across the street from the place I walked out of 25 years earlier to get on the train to go to Chicago. Right? I mean, like every day I get hit with, what the hell happened? How did this happen? How did you end up across the street? So when you get that realization, you can do one of two things. You can blow your brains out, or you could turn it into art. So I decided I would create this show. The first episode of Thespian, season 1, Adam decides to quit comedy completely and go back to reset his career as a serious actor, which is what he intended all along. So the first episode is kind of autobiographical to a certain extent. But once you get past the first episode, then it's, well, and like any storytelling, and then what happens, and then what happens, and then what happens. So everything else, and Adam and the past relationship and Petra and all that, that's all, creations from my brain and from Maria's brain. But it all starts with that, me being here and deciding I should do something about that. And this is what I did.
That's a pretty compelling story, right? So, yeah, I met you in Chicago. We were both starting out comedians, just starting our careers. And then I went to Los Angeles. You also went to Los Angeles. And then
first I went to New York.
First you went to New York, which I should have did. I always regretted that I didn't go to New York first, but I went to Los Angeles. It all worked out. And so then I saw you out in Los Angeles. So then you end up back in Baltimore, right around the corner from the place you left to go start your show business career.
Right.
And that's like a big wake up call, huh? That was like a big smack in the face to you.
Yes, absolutely.
And so you just started. So where'd you get the money to start doing this show?
I wrote the first 2 episodes, and then we shot them like for basically nothing. And I just grabbed friends that I knew and people who had cameras, and we shot the first 2 episodes. And then we started an Indiegogo campaign, and people really liked the first 2 episodes. And we raised, the production values of the show, and I guess this is bragging a little bit, but whatever. It kind of punches pretty high above its weight because, we make this show. I think the first season, each episode cost about like $1,500. And when I showed it to industry people, because we did have a lot of industry interested, and then we ended up on Amazon and all that, and they couldn't believe that we did it for that little bit of money. So altogether, each season we've kind of raised the budget a little bit, and you can see it in the production values. It looks better in season 2 than it did in season 1. Season 3 looks even better than season 2. But it's all been crowdfunding, and we've also in the last couple of years, because I'm such an idiot, I never even thought to do this. We got some grant money, which has also helped a little bit, but it's all ostensibly self-funded.
And so how did you make the transition from you just shooting it to getting it on Amazon Prime and now on Amazon?
So I had shown it to a manager that I know, and an agent, actually. A guy named Conan Smith, who's now at Buckwald, and a guy named Rick Dorfman. And they both really liked the first season. They were pretty blown away by what we had accomplished. So they started shopping it around, and, well, we like it, but no. We like it, but I don't think so. Right now, Mark Maron had the market cornered on shows about people named Mark. I don't even know. Ultimately, they said, if you want this, you can distribute through Amazon in something that's called a partnership deal. And we ultimately, because that was our best option, it wasn't the ideal option, but it was the best option. My goal as an artist has always been just to make art. I love money. I'd love to have some. I don't, but at least I know that I keep making what I think is relevant, interesting art. So we went the Amazon video direct route, and it's, I got a lot of things I could say about Amazon that I probably shouldn't, because you probably have a deal with them or something.
No, they're the one. I
don't.
My special Sentence to Live was up on Amazon. I think it still is on Amazon Prime. But okay, go. You're right. I do have a deal with them. Go ahead.
No. So anyway, so that's how the Amazon thing started. It's all been done. Whatever success we've had is really through people's love of the show, and taking it to festivals and winning awards at festivals, and then somebody saying, there's a distribution company that can get you on Tubi. It's like this. It's kind of the same with podcasts, I think, up to a certain level, where it's a hustle, right? It's a grind. And I just stayed focused on, probably to a fault, actually. You know, I love making art. I hate announcing to the world that I've made art.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, when you and I started in comedy, I don't know if you remember this, but there was a thing in comedy where if you had business cards, you were a hack. You remember that?
Yeah,
it's true. Like,
it was like
had...
it was like a truism. If the worse comedian you were, the better your promo was, right?
Right, exactly. So if you had business cards, if you were selling merch after the show, that was like, so that you were killer bees. You know,
you were considered not a good comedian. The best comedians were always the worst at business. That's what you're saying.
Yes. And so what's changed, and I didn't, is that really great comedians have also gotten really great at the business side of things. And I mean, it's necessary to survive, but it's a part of the industry. You know, I had quit comedy for about 5 years, from like from like 2001 to like 2006. And when I had left the business, there was no MySpace. Well, you know, I'm going way back now, but no Facebook, none of that. And when I got back into the business and I saw this explosion of social media stuff, and it just was like, I felt like I had landed on another planet. You know, I still don't totally get, or I still have a problem with how commercialized our comedy industry, our art form has become.
Well, the good thing is that you know, there's a lot less gatekeepers now, and so now I can do a show like this and go directly to the people. I don't need a manager and an agent and a producer and a guy over at HBO and a guy at Paramount or NBC to go ahead and it and give me notes, and I have to come back and do it. And so I can just do it, just like you. Now you're just doing it. And now you got a thing, and people can go see it on YouTube, and people go see it on Facebook, people go see it on Tubi. Right. And so you kind of got, there's not that gatekeeper or that filter. So people get to see the real art that's in you.
You know, what's kind of funny about that, though? Like when you do Indiegogo campaigns or crowdfunding, or like there was this guy that actually hosted a fundraiser for us. And people came and they ate, you know, brunch, and then they would write us checks. I felt like it was at my bar mitzvah. And I remember this guy gave us a check for $1,000, and he goes, "This better be good." And then he kept checking in, he actually wanted to like give me notes, until I actually said to him, "Look, man, I'll give you $1,000 back, but this is not happening. You know, I don't need it that bad. We'll eat pizza that day, man. We'll be fine." You know?
Oh wow!
So there's always difference, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, listen, it looks hilarious. It looks well done. It looks something like I'm probably going to watch it. That's what I say. And
I think it's somebody, you know, we're the same age basically. It
42?
deals with issues of ageism. It deals with, you know, mortality. It deals with staying relevant. It's a lot of themes that I think would resonate with somebody like you, and of course the comedy and all that, and the acting and all that.
And so in Baltimore. I play in Baltimore, and when I do, it's your brother's club called Magoobies, which is one of the sweetest clubs I've played in the country. It's really a great venue.
Technically, it's our club, but he runs it. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, look at that. Well, then you should be loaded. All right, but so Mark, where do you want to tell people to go watch this? On Tubi? You want them to go check up first seasons 1 and 2?
You know what, I would say, first of all, subscribe to our all of our socials. That's really helpful. Check it out on Amazon. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We just started that. I would love to build that.
What is your YouTube channel called? What's the URL for you?
/ Thespian series.
Thespian series. Okay.
TheSpian series. On YouTube. That would be great. I would love it if, like you, I mean, your presence on YouTube is like, to me, is mind-boggling. Now, a show like ours, it's not a daily thing where every day there's new content. So it's hard to draw those kind of numbers, but I would love to get as many subscribers as we can. Okay, so everybody check out, say it again, what's the URL? Thespian series. Thespian series on YouTube. Everybody go. And all the media is at Thespian series. Okay. Well, Mark, we'll wish you the best of luck, and
But I'm going to go watch the series, and we'll have you back on after I finish it. How about that? We'll bring you back on to promote season 4. Does that sound like a deal?
That would be amazing.
Okay. Tell your brother I said hello. I can't wait to see you guys again, and good luck. I can't wait to meet. I don't think I've met your wife yet.
I don't think you have either, actually. No.
No. Well, you didn't come out to the club last time I was there, you prick. But but maybe next time I'm in town, we could get together and have a cigarette. But okay. All right, everybody, check out Thespian series on YouTube. My good buddy Marc Unger. Thanks for coming on. Great series. Congratulations, pal. Come see us doing live shows. We're going to be in Levittown, Red Bank, New Jersey, Wilmington, Delaware, Covina, California, Burbank, California, Oxnard, California, Venice, California, Palmdale, California, Omaha, Nebraska, Des Moines, Iowa, Milwaukee, and Lansing, Michigan. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets.